Hey guys, it's Dardamus from Dardamus Dominions. Gonna start a new day of recording, and yeah, gonna try with the window open and a nice glass of lemonade, and yeah, hopefully get more than one turn in today. I am optimistic. I have 12, or I have 4 turns in the buffer, so hopefully that'll last me about 2 episodes here. So we moved into the next turn of the Great War between Ulm and Niflheim. We have entered the war and we have attacked our first province. Now, first we're going to go over our indie fight in over to the east. I think yeah, these are crappy or deer tribe. I'm sorry, they're crappy deer tribe. Oh man, I've been playing too much. What was it? I guess it was Band of Brothers. That was like the speed is faster. You can hotkey it. Turbo and S. Okay, we'll turbo it forward. See what happens in this one. So he's gonna come in with his leader, and that looks like it's actually dealing some damage to my guy. But once again, all it takes is for us to kill one guy, and that's one thing I don't think I've gone over yet, is that we get oh my goodness, there's so many buffs here. We get blood surge, which gives us +3 strength and +1 defense, and I think it gives us some other stuff as well. But in order to get that, oh, there it goes. Attack, defense, strength, and reinvigoration. And we get that by killing a single guy. So the moment we killed the first guy, it was all over. This is the one where we're going to attack with our elephants. And we're expecting for his pretender to be here, but all he has is his national hero. And this is kind of surprising because his national hero, he doesn't get many of these guys. And I don't think he has any other astral access. And he, like, Death 2 is huge on early age Ulm. So putting this guy out here was kind of a risk. I don't know if he just wasn't expecting me to attack, or, I mean, he did set him straight away to retreat, which is the way you're supposed to do it. So I guess it wasn't too bad. But we did end up, we did end up keeping the elephants alive, which makes me sad because they left. I probably should have re-upped their contract. So as promised, my buddy did attack Ulm, and when it was looking like was that his Ulm was going to send back his pretender as well. So this could be a huge fight on our hands. So he's got 6 of these Nephil giants. He's got a guy to bless them all. He's got his pretender. I think do they? Yeah, they don't automatically start blessed. On the other side, we have 25 PD. Maybe there's some other troops here. I don't think he has any other troops. I think this is just his PD. And this is a risk. He probably did not think that we were going to be, sorry, the dryer just went into overdrive. I think he wasn't expecting us to have the, to go for his capital, and I think he was expecting us to continue to raid. And that's one of the downsides of being on the defensive in a war. I think that Dominions highly favors the attacker. And if you're raiding, you always have that chance to go and grab his cap. And the moment you do, you shut down all of his production and all of his income. And all of a sudden, he's screwed. And at the same time, he has to stop the raiding because otherwise it's a slow bleed. So from that perspective, we're having it where we could attack his capital whenever we wanted, and he was going to end up having to either stop try to nab our army or protect his capital. Now these guys are a little different. These are the warriors. Instead of having the 2 axes, they have a broadsword and an axe, which do less damage. They have a higher attack skill, but honestly, when you're surrounding, like, what you want to do is you want to hit your line with their line and then wrap around the line. And if you're going to wrap around a line, you're going to have 6 guys attacking the guy, and they're all going to have 2 attacks. His defense skill's going to be so low, I don't know if this attack really matters or not. So let's see what happens, because we might still lose. And this is kind of one of the problems. Even if he gets around this guy, these are wimpy humans. They've only got 13 hit points, and even that's really high for a human. Normally they're at, even those guys are really high. Wow, Ulm's troops are rather beefy for humans. But even then, like, you know, these guys are going to get hit by the poison spray, and I think that this poison spray is let's see. Oh, it's lingering too. So he's going to do this, and it's going to hit every single guy for 3 points of damage. And I think that there's a 1d6 or like there's a hidden roll in here. Just like Foul Vapors has a hidden roll involved. That's why sometimes you'll end up killing your own troops as statists, even though they have enough to quote unquote take the Foul Vapors hit. There is a roll involved. So that's why he's going to end up he's going to hit these guys all for 3 damage, and you can't stop it. It goes right through your armor. And so then they're going to have the area of effect around him, and you're going to see that they just pop. Now the question is, how much can they do to this guy, and do they have the ability to kill 160 damage worth of hit points before he kills them? And the answer is no, because at this point we have surrounded them. We have the flank at this point. And this is just going to be a disaster. We lose nothing. And he loses his capital. Yeah, jeez, that's ridiculous. We might lose some of these guys. They actually have, if you see his green bar is maxed out. So the question is our regeneration going to go faster than his poison? And the answer is looking like yes, maybe. Oh yeah, we're definitely standard. We'll see how much they're getting. I see 3 damage and 7 from regeneration. So we eventually, I mean, if you see all these numbers, that's the 10 turns of poison going off. So we win. And yeah, I was right. It's just private defense. It wasn't any actual forces, and this was a brilliant move by my partner. And it was kind of a mistake not to haul his pretender back, because I think his pretender might have been able to stall this. Might have been able to do something to the Linamore, just because he was in friendly territory. Just to check again, I mean, I can't believe how many hit points he had. That's an enormous amount of hit points for the Dominion. Yeah, so we are getting hit. So his current max hit points is 115, so we can never get higher. But oh, that's right, because he went from 165. So the way it calculates your hit points to start it with is your current max is what your max is in the territory, but your hit points are from your previous territory. So let's say that you're going to teleport a guy from your capital where you've got nine candles. Your pretender will have a ton of hit points. And when he teleports into some place where he's got like -9 candles, he'll still keep a huge amount of hit points until the end of the turn, where his hit points go down to his maximum hit points. And this is kind of abusing the system a little bit, or maybe gaming the system, or knowing the way the system works, depending on how you want to look at it. He's realizing that he can go and do this, and then if he gets counterattacked, though, when the next battle happens and he stays here, if he stays here, he's going to start at 115 rather than 165. So there are some risks to doing this. Okay, next one, another expansion on my part. This is going to give us 3 provinces again. And okay, let's see if I learned my lesson and actually, instead of went to fire, I actually told these guys to attack. Because I think last time we decided that this was a bad move. Oh, maybe it was. Oh, yeah, it was a bad move because what's going to happen is just as he gets there, they're going to attack. Oh, nope, they ran first. Okay, cool. So I don't remember if it was, yeah, I think it was earlier, where when he decided to fire, it gave these guys enough time to run out of ammunition, and then they all surrounded him, and I think I can't remember. It was really risky either way, because their javelins are nice because you can't fire back, but if there's more of them than there are of me, he might as well just wrap around. Okay, so this is the this is Ulm attacking, and this is his pretender right here. And if you see, he would have he has 112 hit points, so he's got comparable hit points, and I want to say I don't know if he's got the bless or not. They also blessed all troops that occupy them. So it's saying that he's got the bless, but I don't actually see the bless, which is really weird. But I don't think he has a regen bless anyways, which is one of the reasons why you take the twice horn boar is that you can put the regen bless or like something else on him. And this is what the he tramples all guys. Now looking at it, he's size 6. I don't think he can trample Nephil giants. We're about to see. It looks like he's oh no, these aren't the Nephil giants. Okay, so he does trample pretty much everything, but that's one of the downsides is he's kind of gotten let's look and see what size these guys are. Oh yeah, he could oh no, yeah, he could trample these guys. So if he would have brought his boar in, he might have been able to actually win that fight. I don't think he would have either anyways, but either way, he would have gotten damage done on my partner, and I think the twice horn boar would have retreated, and it would have retreated into his castle. Bare minimum, he needs to put up a fight just because otherwise this has happened. So let's look at the map diplomatically and strategically. Right now, we control Ulm, and there's no way that he's going to get it back. His twice horn boar, instead of being defensive, went aggressive, and I don't exactly know why he went here. If he would have attacked, let's say instead of going this way, he'd have gone this way, he could have actually threatened our back lines, and just we wouldn't have been able to track him down. Now the downside is he's losing hit points, but I think that nobody has, if you look, our Dominion isn't actually here, so he would have neutral Dominion. At this point, he's done. He's not getting any income. He has 0 forts, and because he has no forts, I mean, maybe he's coming up here to put up a fort, and try to hold out for longer. But either way, at this point, how did we lose that? It looks like this was lost maybe to 0 PD. I don't know, but I don't remember having this. But okay. Either way, Arco. Oh no, Arco's okay. Arco's here. That's right. Nobody took this yet. If you see, like we've got like this, which is got militia and heavy infantry, and we haven't taken it. We're kind of losing out in expansion by going after this guy. And I'm telling my buddy, like, is there any way that you can expand at the same time? And he's like, no, he needs to take Ulm. And it is true. Like, I don't know how he's going to expand any other way. And not only that, but we're at risk because Arco can come in and just, like, because we can't expand, we sure as heck can't counter raid. So at this point, I'm going to be flying across, and this is where it gets really fun. One of these guys, I've actually got black steel plate. I didn't realize I made that last turn, but this will bring my encumbrance from 4 down to 2, which is huge. My spell casting goes from like 9 down to 7, which is very nice. Now the downside is that we're in cold dominion, so my encumbrance does get hit by the cold dominion, but I never found it to be. I mean, it wasn't helpful, but it wasn't condemning. Like it wasn't any where I had to do, where I felt like I lost out on a battle because of it. At least not yet. So let's go over what we're doing real quick. I'm taking Kitaro down here, and he's going to help out on the southwestern front. He's going to go, and I'm going to help my buddy expand a little bit by going here because I can't, I think he can hit, yeah, he can't hit anything. He can hit here and here. But you can see these guys just fly down this road. I think I can actually make it. Oh, nope, I can't. So that's as far as I can make it, but that's going through an enemy province. So just these guys fly with a 20 map movement. And he doesn't even have boots yet, so we're going to do that soon as well. I'm prepping Takashi to go in against this throne. I don't know if I'm going to do it yet. That's not a whole lot of troops to be attacking that throne. I feel like I'm going to lose if I do so. It would be really nice to take this throne and be able to march on Tianchi. I don't see what Tianchi has though, but if you see, I'm moving my scout over to keep an eye on Tianchi, and if they're coming up, I need to quickly take some of these provinces, especially Wesh. Wesh will be very key. So if I see him here or here, I'm going to fly back and take that turn 1. I cannot have him taking high peaks. It's a mountain site. Thinking back, I probably should have taken it already because this is where I get my good spawn. Migdalin did not immediately take back that province. I don't know why. I think he was kind of worried about me. I don't know. But if you see their pretender, this it on the very bottom, I can't hold it off. But if you look, it says a huge statue of the Bloody Mother was seen. They've actually got their pretender online, which we knew because he had a regen, and you can't have a regen bless with an awake pretender. So what are we gonna do next? We're gonna take this. We're gonna come up here and we're gonna start building other stuff. Oh yeah, I think he can build a temple because he's sacred. We did build a temple, and this has a plane of perpetual drought. Did I discover it? No, I didn't. It just was automatically there. This will be really nice because it actually allows me to get some of my other tier 2 demons. And those ones, in my opinion, they deal damage rather than fatigue. And I don't know why you wouldn't want to just, kill somebody rather than fatigue them out. Maybe if they fire resist, then the cold ones are better. But it seems pretty flippin' situational. Whereas, fire always burns like fire. So... real quick, hold on just a second. Sorry, my son's asleep and I'm in charge, so I need to make sure the door was open so I can hear him. So we're gonna take Hirofume down here. We're gonna take this province right here and start. I wanted this one right here. I don't want to go too far over to the west because we think that there might be. Oh no, that's why. War elephants. There's 3 war elephants in here. I will lose that. There's nothing I can do. So I would love to take either of these for the bridge, but I can't because this one, for some odd reason, has no cold. It's actually got heat somehow or another. So I guess I should have realized at this point, this province will have enemy dominion, just like this one has enemy dominion, and it's not cold. So more than likely, Lanka's dominion has been here, and I'm guessing Lanka is like in one of these spots right here. So we've now come across Lanka on 2 fronts, and we don't know it yet. It does help looking back that I know why now. And not only that, but that's Bear Tribe. Oh, that's kind of scary. Not too scary, but this is easy. This is cake. And not only that, but this is a mountain region, which is what I really want. And the nice thing about mountain regions is I can get these Naminari if I put down a lab. I am really short on money. How am I? Oh no, I just built another guy. Okay, so I built another Dione, and I think that's it. What is this? Oh, crud. Okay, so just so you know, these lion tribe are very scary. I am kind of worried about it. I think I might have done the tests against these guys and I came out okay on them. Where I won, but sometimes I took afflictions. Lion tribe, if I remember correctly, have some sort of ability that actually makes them, or some sort of weapon that makes them where they deal a lot of damage and sometimes hit afflictions. Now I don't die, but afflictions are permanent, and if they're bad enough, I'm just out. It's just as much as losing a Dione. And the Dione ends up going home, and he ends up researching or whatever. Okay, so we now control this. Let's go to F1, make sure that we have, oh my goodness, yeah, and I messed up. I did not max out my PD. That was a big bad. Huh, I wonder if I redid this turn, and I don't know. I hope I did. I hope that I didn't, didn't screw that up. Shade Forest. Yeah, I guess it's not a big deal, but it's still not good practice. I should be doing F1. And that's, just starting to get used to the game and starting to play out my turns and make sure that I'm doing everything right. And Dominions is a game of mistakes. It's a game of who makes the mistakes first and how big your mistakes are. You can have a perfect strategy and the other guy have a perfect strategy, and it makes things very, a well-played game. But more than likely, what will make or break a game is a single mistake done. Like this one. This is a good example. Ulm didn't defend. Instead of coming up here, he instead of coming to defend his capital, he went up to defend or attack some province that really didn't matter. That was a huge mistake. And as a result, the game's over for him. As far as I'm concerned, my buddy's just going to pump up PD here and here, and any losses that Ulm takes are permanent, even if we lose money on the deal. And I mean, we come out 400 gold worth of loss to his 100 gold worth of loss. We still come out ahead because we're making money and he's not. So at this point, he's on the run. Okay, I think that we actually got 20 minutes and we got time for another one. So, let's move into the next. Oh, did I have anything else? Mercs. I think my buddy is actually bidding on the Elephant Core. I think he's going to bid on these guys as well. We're not going to bid on anything. Gems, we've got 10 gems and 11 gems and it's turn 9, so we're still doing well. Research, we're still working up to Conjuration. It'll be 2 turns. So, moving on to turn 10. I hope turn 10. Okay, so Takashi's, oh, I must have taken troops along with, from Yomi. From Yomi to Green Harbor. Huh, I guess that last turn, hold on, guys. Don't look. I did turn 9, correct? Yeah, it was turn 9. Huh. Okay, so let's see if I must have redid my turn at some point. Because oh no, I can't see it. That's why. Okay, I am sending an army down here and I didn't see that. Okay, so this dude, instead, I thought we were getting prepped to attack Cybermark, but we actually are going down here with those troops. Okay, so he ends up losing some troops along the way. And what can you do? They're just little guys. They don't matter. Okay, so we're going to go into the Druid lands first. This is the one that I was very worried about because it's Lion Tribe. And there are a crap ton of them. Just to see, they've got piercing damage, which kind of sucks. Now, the nice thing is they do have the javelin, so they kind of come in piecemeal. And I can kill some of them at the beginning. And if you just saw, like, I have got a ton of reds, including a 12. So I have lost an eye, and that's where these guys kind of they're very dangerous. I got 2 afflictions. I got a chest wound, and I lost an eye. So at this point, Koichi, who I told you about, has a really good heroic toughness, is now pretty much done for. Encumbrance 5 minus strength. I mean, I think he's still legit if I send him to the right place. But he's gone. For our sake, he's done. Okay, so Ulm has decided to attack in 3 places, and one of them being Ulm. And I'm seeing a problem with this unless he's going to bring troops to bear. Now, he still has this really bad formation, but if you see exactly what I told you my buddy would do, is he pumped his PD up. And at this point, Ulm is going to lose a ton of troops. And it doesn't matter if we win or lose here. Because Ulm, these troops coming to Ulm and helping him break open Ulm would have been very nice. These troops fighting some random province are going to do nothing. Okay, so Ulm is attacking me. Oh, this is the... Okay, so he's realized his mistake. He's coming back home, and lucky me, I only have a handful of PD here. So, I probably... it's militia and archers. Pumping PD would have been a lost cause. It wouldn't have done any damage. I mean, maybe I would have done damage, but he had his pretender there, so more than likely I would have done 0 damage to him, which 0 for any amount of money is a loss for me. Just to double check, he did lose 2 Axe Warriors there, so 6 PD, 20 gold, and he lost 20 gold worth of troops, so I came out ahead in that one. And now I see that he's going to come out in Ulm. And I don't know what he's going to come out with. Yeah, this is junk. I mean, this is not going to kill anything. Yeah, I don't know what he's... I think he's doing like a Desperation Last Attack. And like I said, the guy was dealt a bad hand. He came in and subbed. He came in and subbed, and he still... Charge body, cool. I don't exactly know what he could have done. And these are just the mages that he was dealt. He's trying to do evocations, which are not going to work against these guys. It's just maybe with a ton of them. But this guy's got regen. I mean, 59, 53, 66. I mean, they're dealing you know, 13 damage. They are getting afflicted, so that, I mean, that does stink. Um, but at the end of the day, he's losing troops that could have held out longer. And I think one of the problems at that point is, and it's a big question, is where is his partner? Where is Arco? Because if Arco was raiding, this might, and if Arco was just coming up with an army, it would be very, very good. So the question is, where is Arco at this point? Because we've gone 3 turns into this war. I'm into the war, and Arco's not. So it does kind of suck that he's on his own. So maybe there's a desperation there. This is just Mictlan taking back. I even told him, I'm putting one PD in there so that you got, like, we don't get some, like, at least get rid of some of the random events. But yeah, he went in there, no problem. My buddy's actually going to start expanding. This is the crappy province I was telling you about that it had like 10 of these guys. And it doesn't look like there's anything of worth in there. He's just going to bless up and then just eat them. And is that Jotun Spearman? Huh, I wonder how he got that. I guess maybe he just bought it. This is kind of dangerous here. Please don't kill him. Please? Please. Okay, oh man. We got really lucky. Because these are heavy militia, or heavy infantry, and they actually deal a bunch of damage. And there were 3 of them, and they went right around his Nephil Giants. So luckily, they routed before we did. And the rout happened when our commander got off the board. And so we were actually able to stay on the field. Now, the downside is, now we got some Nephil Giants just sitting around doing nothing. It's going to take us 2 turns to recover them. 1 to move this time, and then the next to actually move where we're going to go next. We have continued to expand. This should be a really quick battle. I'm more looking to see if they deal any massive damage. And yeah, like 1 damage. That's not going to cause I mean, it might cause an affliction. Mostly it's going to take about 10 damage to cause an affliction on me, unless it's really just unlucky, which may happen. Okay, but this is one that I'm kind of worried about at this point. So I told you about how these horse archers, and I think this is the one that I was remembering. I was remembering it, like, and this is, I mean, I think this turn happened a month ago, maybe, and I still remember what happened. Like, this is gonna do nothing to him because he's got skeletal body, and though, like, it's 9 damage. I'm not gonna get killed from 9 damage. So, like, so far I'm doing just fine. But what has happened is now I'm gonna charge in, and I want to slow this up so you can see what happens. These guys have got 12 ammunition, and some of them are starting to run out, and now they surround me, and this is bad because I can take their short bows, but their light lances have got a bonus 4 to their roll, which is kind of scary, and they also have a charge for first strike, so they can actually deal some serious damage to me. There's a 5-point hit, but it looks like I'm actually getting off scot-free. Oh, there's a 12-point hit. Did I take an affliction there? I did not. I got lucky as heck there. Just to give it like I said, that was probably a. Oh man, I'm also losing more hit points than I'm gaining. Now it's turning about. But my max hit points is 50. A 13-point hit has like a 33% chance of giving me an affliction. 33% chance of giving me something that will knock this Dione out for good. That's not good. I need to make sure I don't take those risks. But we were successful. We didn't take any. And finally, I'm getting good events. Get province defense, and we get a lab, we get some gems, and we get an ice aegis, which is wonderful. The ice aegis isn't that great. We can go look at it real quick. The ice aegis just gives us cold resistance and ice protection. I am kind of interested in seeing. I guess ice protection would boost my. Oh wow, that's actually really good. I mean, thinking about that, you could put that on Nephil Giant and just boost their defense even higher. I don't know. But either way, like, this might have like undid the hit that I got from the from my encumbrance from being too cold. But the free lab is very, very nice. And because I'm getting the free lab, I really want to. I'm actually buying a commander here to put a fort here. Um, why? Where's my money so low? I gotta be okay. I'm building a temple here. That's why. So let's go over the situation diplomatically and strategically. I'm going to come down here and take Welsh just to be safe because I'm afraid that Tianchi is starting to actually expand. It is turn 10 and they should be there by now. This guy does have a bunch of afflictions and it does really stink, but at this point I could keep on going to Witch's Culps, but I'm very afraid of Tianchi. And when it comes to diplomacy, I kind of got a I mean, it's one of those things that possession is possession gives you a lot of leeway in negotiations. And if you look at somebody and say, "Hey, nice to meet you. You just took that province. I want it because it's closer to me." It's gonna cause bad blood. Whereas if you say, "Hey, I already control this province. You know, I know it's close to you, but I control it. I'm just gonna keep it and I'll give you concessions elsewhere." Well, that's cool. No problem. So right now, I need to get that possession to make sure that I have good starting negotiations. Um, Now there are exceptions. Like I mean, for example, our Mictlan where we got his cap circle, and I mean, what I normally tell the people that I meet with is cap circle is sacrosanct. You can't ask for somebody's cap circle. It's rude. You're asking for a battle, and at the end of the day, the moment that guy is done getting naps with everybody else, he's gonna turn on you because otherwise he's just not gonna win. It's gonna give his capital, and he doesn't want that. So asking for somebody's cap circle is kind of rude in my opinion. But cap plus I say cap plus one is your cap circle. Cap plus two is just the province out from there. And normally you get priority on that. So I think I told him he could have this one because it is his cap plus two. So if you see 1, 2, and so I think I gave him this one because I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be like it's ours and stuff like that. How and yes, okay, good. So Mictlan is not too away from Thornwoods because I know that we did want Thornwoods, but we weren't going to make a big deal of it. Normally, what I do with thrones is I tell the person that I'm negotiating with, it's a first come first serve. If you can take the throne, just say, "Hey, dude, I'm going to take the throne next turn," so that you don't bounce. Because if you're taking a throne, you normally are taking it with a bit of power, and you don't want to bounce two big armies against each other if you have a nap. It doesn't help either of you. It's going to make unless you're going to go to war right afterwards, but you got a nap with them. So let's say you take out his army and you keep your army intact. Well, you still have a nap 3 and you can't follow up on that big. So he's got 3 turns to rebuild an army or to lose another war. So with diplomacy, the way I look at it, if I'm helping out somebody and they're helping me out by doing diplomacy, and diplomacy helps us both out, who's getting, like, is it at the expense of anybody else? Well, zero sum diplomacy is kind of true because it is coming at the expense of the people that we end up declaring war on. We get benefits and they don't. So if I make benefits with, if I make diplomatic arrangements with 4 neighbors and I have one person that I'm not getting a nap 3 with, then I am getting the benefit from 4 other nations at the expense of that one, and that gives me an advantage going into war. Naps are very powerful, and diplomacy is all about giving the person that you're getting that you're doing the diplomatic thing, giving them something that they could use and getting something in return that you can use. It's not about, "Hey, I'm going to try to put this guy in a bad situation diplomatically and make him so, like, I'm going to keep his cap circle and say, you're going to nap 3 or I'm going to attack you now." You're just going to piss the guy off, and he's going to go to war with you until the end of the day. So I'm not going to sit here and go, well, I'm not sure if I want a nap 3, but maybe nap 3. How do you like these in a nap 3 maybe? And then, okay, he takes the borders and you never agreed to a nap 3, and then you backstab the guy. Like, you just, it's not, you got to be nice to your other players. Otherwise, you're going to get a bad reputation. You're going to piss off the other guy. And I don't like playing with that way. Like this Mictlan example is a good example where I didn't want to screw the guy over. I played other games with him. I probably play other games. I like playing with him. I really do. And he's a good guy. He's a good player. And so I don't want to screw him over. If not for this game, then for other games. And even then, we still. I mean, I got a mountain province, and I got 2 provinces in his cap too. And we were able to do it, negotiate civilly. And if he would have, demanded this province, I probably would have backed off of it. But he doesn't want to piss me off, and he doesn't want to give me an excuse to attack. We do not have a nap 3, by the way, which is why this is very scary. So all of that to kind of give you an idea of how I do diplomacy. Most people that do diplomacy know that I'm pretty honest. I'm very blunt, and I'm very aggressive with my diplomacy. So like I'm not gonna be like, if he comes over, I want this one right now. I'm not gonna be like, okay, it's yours. I'm gonna ask for concessions. I mean, if you want this, then I need a nap 3. And later on, in fact, it's this turn. That's right, it is this turn. So what happens is that Lanka is at this comes with his Earth Serpent. This guy right here, Mictolin, is known he's known for his Earth Serpent. At least to me, he is. He always takes an Earth Serpent. So I guess, wow. So the Lanka Bless was done by Mictolin, huh? And at this point, I'm thinking I'm about to be attacked. So I come screaming to him, what do you want in order to get in a nap? And he's like, I don't necessarily do that. It's in my brain, but I come up to him, and from a position of power, not a weakness, being like, sweetheart, please, can you please let me not, can you please give me a nap, and please don't kill me. Like, you come up and you say, hey dude, what do you want for a nap? Hey, you got a big army next to me. It's very scary. I'm starting to get my armies. I'm starting to move my armies up north, which I probably would have. What do we need for a nap? Because at the end of the day, you don't want a war with me, and I don't want a war with you. Well, that's kind of true. I didn't want a war with him, but in all honesty, I think he did want a war with me. Bare minimum, he takes these 3 provinces, and he comes out ahead, and we go to peace. I think that if he would have done these 3 provinces and went to peace, I would have taken it, because we're at war elsewhere. I don't know, though. This army, though, is very, very scary to me. I don't know Lanka's troops very well, but they normally are pretty freaking scary. And they also benefit from turmoil scales, and I don't have a good free spawn yet. I'm starting to get free spawn. Building a temple here. There's already a bunch of free spawn that I got 11 troops in 1 turn. So I think that a war probably would have been beneficial to him, but I don't know what's happening to him on his other flanks. I don't know, maybe if he goes to peace with us, or if he goes peace with us here, he can, like, war kind of hurt us here. Where, like, these provinces that are fairly easy. Oh, that one's not easy to take. By the way, I forgot to show this. It has, like, Bloodhenge Druids and a Grotesque and a lot of scary things. So this province is very scary. But we could be expanding to these ones, to this one, to all these different provinces, and we're not. Yeah, second turn probably was maybe a mistake, because we're already 40 minutes in, and we're not close to being done. Maybe. Probably a little bit close. Okay, so let me speed up then. So long story short, we agreed to a border. I tell him that the border is... I think it was like this, and then his border was like, what actually technically, yeah, was like, I don't even know how to do this. There, that's it. Okay, so actually that border's not true. And then this area right here, the 3 pink dots, I told him that he could either have this one here, which I really wanted because it's a mountainous region, or he could have these 2 right here. And I said, you pick whichever one you want. I know that this is in the middle of you and your partner, but I did just take it. And like I took the losses and I took the damage for taking it, which was a lie. I guess, I did take damage. It's just I regened it back up. But it's kind of one of those things. You took the risk. You took the risk in order to take the province. You want something in return for your time, for your effort, and for your risk. And I said, if you can do that, I'll trade you. And I think we agreed that I was going to take these 2 and he was going to take that 1. But then we flip-flopped back and he got these 2 and I don't know. I told him that, like, I was like, I don't have any mountains near me, which I don't. I got like these 2. And I was like, the mountain province is really important to me. So I think he was being nice to me, and he gave it to me. He's a really cool guy. And like I said, like you're trying to come out to a mutually beneficial agreement, and him taking two provinces instead of one is beneficial to him. Um, and he's already gotten good relations with World Pillar, where I just gave it to him for a handful of gems. I didn't get the gems from him yet. I don't know what was going on with that. I think he was going to give me the gems when he actually took it. I think I told him to knock off some too because he didn't take it immediately. I don't know, but just you try to you try to be nice to these other guys because at the end of the day they are they're you're gonna play with them in other games, and it's not worth it to screw somebody over just because you want to get an extra province or two. And he's not. I don't think they're gonna win this war. If they go to war with us, my guys will wreck Mictlan. It will be literally Lanka versus me, and we're gonna be fighting over like 33 income. I guess that's not bad, 54, but like 15 income. It's crappy provinces. We're gonna fight over nothing, and it's gonna lock down both of our armies. And in the end, like the provinces you want to fight over are these city ones here, and like that city one, and like this city province. Like you want this is good fighting over lands, and also I think at this point he started to realize that Ulm is collapsing, and he needs to start taking over this territory. Um, I have heard that Pan is on the loose at this point, and that's kind of scary. So it does suck. I can't take this. I don't think. I know I can't take either of these. Just every single test, every single thing I tried to do against barbarians ended up with me dying a lot. Um, I need my partner to take these, and I think that's going to be this guy's anyways. I don't really remember. I think we pulled a nap at this point, but I don't remember. The nap situation with these guys, I just want you guys to be involved in this, is going to be very, very vague. And because it's very, very vague, and we kind of, we screw up with diplomacy, both me and my partner talk to both, both of these guys, so it's like a four-way conversation. And there is a lot that ends up getting lost, and as a result, we end up with a little bit of a mistake later. And we'll go over that when it comes up. So this guy sadly is going to move back here. I don't know what to do with him. He's gonna make his way back home. This guy Koichi's coming down to Wesh, and I actually, how I said how easy it is to copy paste, make a screenshot, stuff like that. Well, I started realizing that I was gonna take this soon, and I didn't record the ping, and I was too lazy to just go back and look at my previous turn. So I'm gonna ping this again, just because I'm an idiot. So I need to, I need to, like I said, like it's little mistakes, and it's little mistakes that end up costing you the game. But at least this one hopefully will only cost me this guy, maybe. In addition, am I gonna build? Yeah, I'm gonna recruit this Bakemono chief along with a bunch of raiders here. And I might go a raiding. I'm also going to start pillaging my own territory to increase the amount of guys that spawn there. And I found out a lot in this game about raiding, and I'll be happy to show you how many mistakes I make because it's entertaining. Okay, so let's talk about the elephant in the room. Arco is now on the scene, and this is scary. I think I can take it. Let me just tell you, looking back, I don't know if I can take this, but I'm going to try it. And more importantly, this is what's kind of cool. I know that he is going to go, if he's smart, he's going to go straight for Niflheim. This force can take out 25 PD. So while he is going there, I'm going to come here, and then once I'm here, I'm going to make a beeline for his capital. And that's counter raiding because remember, the attacker's always at the advantage, so I want to continue to keep attacking. And if we're able to sit on his capital and we're able to sit on Ulm, we control both of their capitals, and he controls our capital, one of our capitals. And not only that, but he's in a ton of trouble because his lines are way over, like, here, or, as of next turn, way over here, and he's going to be here. Whereas, I will be, our lines are, these connect, and that connects, and I can, my lines are pretty secure. And if I do lose the fight and I start to retreat, well, I should be pretty safe. Alm especially, I mean, like, he's got a pretty solid line here. Now, my guess is that he will probably raid either up to Thadaz to relieve Alm, or he's going to make a line for Neefel. I don't know, though. And also, I don't know how many leaders he has and how much he can raid. Now, just so you know, these guys, normally what they do is they attack, they hold, and then they attack rear. So what you should do, you should build a unit like this if you're ever playing against Arco. You go into the, pretend that this is that little commander, and you put your leader up in this upper right hand corner or this lower left hand corner. And that way, when he attacks, so pretend that that's your PD and there's your leader, and he's going to end up, he'll fly, and his troops will gib this guy. Well, then they will attack the PD. And while they are very strong, they do often take attrition. And that's what you're trying to do with PD. With PD, you're not trying to win a battle. You're not trying to keep against the AI. You'll knock out one of his armies. But against a player, you just want to do attrition, like we did attrition here, and we did attrition in the other battles. You want attrition. You don't want to win. If you remember, that was Indy's last time, and that's how we got. So let me see real quick. I'm not sending anything. I'm not crafting anything. This guy's going up and building a temple so that I can start getting some good spawning going on. I'll probably continue up into here in order to continue making temples, just to get my free spawn up and going. I really want my my army size to go up. If you see, our army size is just disgustingly low. This is not good. But that's not really how Yomi works anyway, so we're set on that one. Just so you know, our provinces number is going up. My province number is going beautifully up. My partners is kind of, you know, it's rating. Income, our number is going up very nicely, even though I've got more provinces. Because of the income malice that Yomi gets, we're kind of getting screwed over. Gem income is kind of meh. And I think that when it comes to Yomi, gem income is everything. I'm finding that out, like, especially like kind of looking back. Gem income is what makes or breaks the game. And when we run out of gems, we start dying. And when we have a lot, we start winning. So that's the end of this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that we can get some interesting fights coming up, because Arco is going to start raiding, and we can talk about counter raiding and how we're going to stop this from just annihilating my partner. Oh, that's the other thing. Takashi, he's enjoyed his walking trip down here. But as I said with mercs, my partner's gonna end up picking up a ton of these mercs. He didn't get the elephant core, and I think he lost the yeah, he must have lost the villains. Oh, I bet he lost it in this fight. Let's see real quick. Yeah, there's Victor's villains heading off to get massacred in there. On these guys, you can't tell them to attack or not to attack. They just kind of go forward. So we lost those guys, which kind of stinks. We are not rebidding on any of these. This is still, it makes me very sad, because that was a very nice mercenary unit that I should have kept a hold of. So he's going to be building a bunch of stuff here. He said, hey, you're doing fine. Just head back and work on your own expansion, because I know that I still have a lot of expansion area over here. I have the expansion area over here. Just so you guys can count to know how well we're doing. It's turn 10, and we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14. We have 14 provinces in 10 turns. We're also looking to expand to another 2 next turn if you count this one. I wouldn't. But 14 provinces in 10 turns is respectable. We're kind of running into walls, though, because, like, barbarian, monstrosity amount of bear tribe. This is all scary to me, and I don't want to lose Dione this early, because yay, I get one more province, but oh no, I lost a Dione. It's not worth it. So that's where I'm at right now, and we'll see what happens in the next episode. Looks good so far for me. My partner is in a little bit of a precarious situation, but it looks worse for Ulm and Arco. Even if they come back and destroy us, they're going to be too weak to do anything in the long term. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Bye.